Podcast City Network.
Listener discretion is advised.
It is time to play.
You're listening to the Everett Lee Show. Let's go! A shot of entertainment to the head.
No doubt.
Sit back, relax, put your drinks up, and enjoy the entertainment.
Okay.
Now we come to the payoff.
Let's rock.
Welcome, everyone, to the Everett Lee Show podcast. I am Everett Lee. Quick shout out to everyone who follows me on Twitter. You can follow me at the Everett Lore Score-Lee, Facebook.com/the Everett Lee. Click that thumbs up, and of course, Podcast City Network, official host of the Everett Lee Show. Hope everyone's having a good night, because I certainly am, and we're going to have a one hell of a podcast tonight. And first off, I just want to mention that I want to thank everyone viewing and listening to the Everett Lee Show podcast. And if you haven't heard, you can listen to the Everett Lee Show podcast now on Podbeam. So be sure to subscribe to Everett Lee Show on Podbeam and on iTunes. Give us a rating and a comment, and Stitcher Radio. Download that app for your smartphone and tablet. Give us a rating and a comment. And you're probably wondering why I'm having my guest on tonight. He's been on with me plenty of times on the Deleted Wrestling Podcast, previous episodes of the Everett Lee Show when I had the different format, and of course ELS Uncut, Friday night, uncut, uncensored, no-filtered podcast that talks about everything from wrestling to movies to TV. I've never really had him on for a one-on-one interview. So going through looking at guests and stuff and everybody that's on Podcast City Network, I try to get everyone on Podcast City Network on my show to have a one-on-one, try to get the audience to get to know them. So I figured, you know what, this would be a perfect opportunity to get my guest on tonight. He is the host of Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast. He interviews indie wrestlers across the states and any promotion. He talks to anyone and just about everyone, and he's part of Podcast City Network. I want to welcome my guest tonight, David C. Russell of Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast. How you doing, David?
Hello, Everett. Wow, it's like I haven't done that in years.
I know.
Episodes. My God, following you everywhere, though. I catch up and see how you do. You have had some good guests lately. You know, you're bringing back your show, and you know, I want to say big shout out to Podcast City Network for always providing the best interviews around the world. You know, just from pop culture to wrestling, and what we deal with right now, we're talking wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Ring that bell, Everett.
Ring that bell. I don't even know if I have the bell on or not. I may have a soundboard on. I don't know. How I would have to check. But, you know.
So what's going on? Memorial Day weekend coming up. My God, it's like, where's this week going?
Yeah.
You realize that?
Yeah. Yeah, this month's almost over. I can't believe it. It's just
and we're getting ready for some big things coming. Some big events in the area, and people that are traveling to Las Vegas, you know? They
are. Especially this weekend, man. Especially this weekend. They are.
Yeah, trust me. And I'm going to a place in, June 1st? I'm going to be getting a gambling casino hall, you know, for like a big tournament that's coming up.
Oh, yeah? What are you doing? What are you doing on June 1st? What do you got planned?
Well,
I've heard you mention something.
Friday night is a Hall of Fame ceremony.
Nice. What Hall of Fame ceremony?
I'm going to be attending the Game Changer Wrestling GCW's Deathmatch Hall of Fame, and we're going to be inducting a couple of guests, a couple wrestlers this year that really deserve it, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like that.
And you know what? There's going to be 2 people and also making an appearance at the Game Changer Wrestling, the one and only, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and the Godfather himself, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. The Godfather is making an appearance at Game Changer Wrestling.
I remember the Godfather, man. Back in the day, man, the Godfather during the Attitude Era.
Not a fan for this Pimp Daddy and say Pimpin' Ain't Easy. Come aboard the train. Remember that?
Yes,
that's it. That's the line.
I remember that. I remember the Ho Train. I remember a lot of stuff during the Monday Night Wars with WWE back in the day because the Godfather was something, man. The Godfather was.
He actually came to one of my local little local shows. Carney shows. I like that. It's like old school Carney shows.
Shows.
Yes. You know what that's all about. That's like the promoters are just nail you to come back. They got the same wrestlers over and over and over, you know.
But it's fun. But it's fun. Now, you live, a lot of people know or don't know, you live in New Jersey.
I am the Jersey Shore of New Jersey. Yes, how's
you
that?
are. That, well, at least, you know,
I don't the area of the beachfronts, and well, I'm not at the beachfront, but I can say I am. I can put a picture up saying I'm at the beach.
You probably could.
Yeah.
But you know, being
in
New Jersey up there and stuff, you're in a pretty good area because you get to see a lot of stuff going on and a lot of events happen in your area, which a lot of people don't know about, not unless you get on Twitter and on Facebook and you mention it. Mm-hmm. A lot of wrestling that goes on in New Jersey. How many promotions are around the area there in New Jersey where you live?
There's a lot. I mean, I tell you all the time, how many promotions? About 10, at least top 10.
Jeez.
I know.
Tell me about those.
Like Synergy Pro, maybe this Saturday. I might be taking my neighbor with me. I don't know. He's going to give me a call. There's Synergy Pro Wrestling. They're going to be doing a show, and the fans bring new weapons, and that's in the main event. So that ought to be something for the fans to see. A couple of local independent wrestlers, normal card, and just going to be a fun night out of wrestling. Cash bar, too.
Cash bar.
But cash bar for me and a couple of do it. Next week, my pocket's going to the beer can. You know?
That's nuts, man. That's nuts. Now, one promotion that you've talked about, and if no one's hasn't been on your social media accounts, especially with Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast, especially your Facebook, CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling. Tell me about CZW.
My God, that. And also TOD is coming up. I cannot wait.
Well, I want to know about. Explain to me what Combat Zone Wrestling is, CZW. Tell me about that promotion there.
Well, that goes back.
Educate the fans and educate the people about it, and the listeners and the viewers.
Quick rundown, fans, for the they want to know about CZW. No, it's a promotion that's based in New Jersey, and they've been doing ultra violence for years and professional wrestling, and they bring it to another level of entertainment wrestling. But it's just their shows are spectacular. They're something you want to see every week. They bring in an indie star, like how I told you a couple weeks back. I was just at a show, and you know what? There's a guy making his all elite. His AEW appearance, and he's signed contract. Actually, a couple of guys, but it's
really
like Sammy Guevara. I got to see him at the best of the best this year, and that was something to see somebody like that perform who travels the world and wrestles for AAW.
Right.
Just lots of promotions, just broaden the horizon. But he's one of those ones that's going to be you're going to be like, wow, check him out. You're going to be like. Yeah. So other stars too, Joey Janela, but that's another story. We'll talk about Game Changer with that.
Yeah.
But
now
he's not CZW no more.
No. Okay. Well, he's not. Now, one thing I noticed, it was last. I think it was last year.
Wait a minute. Did I ever tell you my story about the one guy that's also signed and he's a jerk to AEW?
No. You didn't tell me yet. You didn't tell me, but I do want to ask you this before I forget this question here. Now, a few years ago when you were on the Everett Lee show, we were talking about former WWE superstar Dean Ambrose, who went back just recently to his old character John Moxley. And I think I was talking about wrestling that night. And when I was talking about wrestling with Dean Ambrose, you brought up John Moxley. And when you brought up John Moxley, I was kind of not familiar with it. But then you had me go on, and I think we did it on the podcast, where I did go on, and I ended up looking up and some promos and stuff that John Moxley did when he was in CCW. Now, did you ever get to see John Moxley in CCW?
I wish I did. I really wish I did. You know, I never got the chance to, but his promos were the best. Like, every time you saw him if you go back and look at CCW's old tapes of him, like, just the way that he cut a promo is, far-fetched from nowadays. Like promos were great because they were just like in the back out, like the back of the building, or just like,
right.
wherever they get boiler room or this and that, like how they do a basic cut a promo, and how he does it, and just straight to the point.
He did some fantastic stuff, especially the footage that you had me look up, and it was great.
Not only he was also an IWA in the South. Don't forget that, with wrestled for Ian Rotten for a while.
Right. Which I wasn't familiar with, because I was not really familiar with anything with John Moxley. The only thing I'm familiar with John Moxley was his being Dean Ambrose in WWE when he had that time in there.
If you ever get a chance, go ahead and look at IWA Mid-South videos. You'll see him versus Drake Younger. Shout out to him as a referee for WWE. NXT, he's on WWE all the time. So he was a wrestler also from the Combat Zone and a NCIWA. Little backbone right there.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check out more of that right there. I'll have to look at stuff up on YouTube.
I mean, go back and watch Punk and Ambrose. There's some stuff out there. Oh yeah.
Oh, they've wrestled. They've wrestled each other. You see, I'm not familiar with that.
Oh,
I didn't know that. What match is that?
Like dog collar matches, like the old school dog collar match. You don't see that too much now. You don't see, but they're bringing it back once in a while.
Yeah.
Right? Because I just saw all ego Ethan Page, who's a TNA guy. Yeah.
Now, talking about gimmicks, I know you're pretty much a fan of gimmicks matches, especially like dog collar match. What is your favorite gimmick type match like that, or in general?
Just love light tubes.
Oh, light tubes, barbed wire. The hardcore stuff, right? The hardcore stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like the light tubes and the barbed wire. Like Mick Foley, like when he wrestled Terry Funk in New Japan.
Don't make me have to my voice out, Everett.
No. I won't ask you that.
All right, I'll do that for this.
You like the hardcore style stuff in the ring.
The BJW stuff that grew up, BJW, the big Japan, big New Japan, really, like, you would get that stuff on videos and DVDs. Remember as a kid?
I remember that stuff. Yeah.
Like,
because
go ahead.
Yeah, you would have the friend that lived right down the street from you, and they would have that stuff. They'd come over and they have it on VHS.
Blockbuster
Look what I got.
Yeah, you would have to run over to Blockbuster Video, or just like the local video shop that had your special collection of wrestling, from the Coliseum home videos to to ultraviolet or to hardcore wrestling. Back then, really, it really provided.
Right, and then that friend would bring it over and you'd watch it. He'd get a copy because that's how that stuff that you didn't know about back in the day would come about, because it would be on tape and it would get passed around and they'd copy it and pass it on, copy it and pass it on. That's how it got circulated. Yeah.
That was a big promote, and then all years pass, you get to see them, people want to go to Japan. I have some bucket list places to go. Definitely. I want to go to Japan.
One thing I want to mention to you, if you know about this, with Japan wrestling, is that with Japan wrestling, the kayfabe, they still have kayfabe. They still do the kayfabe, where the faces, they stay in their side, the heels stay in their side. You don't see them intertwine or anything and stuff. That's one thing that they still do, which I think is great. I do. You know about that, right?
I mean, remember the Combat Zone Wrestling when I told you that guess who was making an appearance once in a lifetime? Remember that?
Yeah,
Onita,
you told me. I believe
came.
so.
My God, that was a treat to see Onita and to meet a legend of deathmatch wrestling, like a real Japanese wrestler,
Well, of course, man. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, that's great. That's great you got to meet him, because you were excited about that. I remember you blowing up my messenger like, dude, look who I got a picture with. And then you send it to me. I'm like, who's that? And then you're like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
That's the guy who played
man.
Cages and, explosions, just the way that it exploded back in the day. But
yeah, he was something, man. He still is.
He's still around.
He still does. He still does stuff for New
Actually,
Japan.
I think just recently, my friend, wrestler Josh Crane, actually there's some stuff on Twitter. I'll maybe send you it later. But he just got back from a tour of Japan. He just did a tour in Japan, tore it up down there.
Oh, nice. I like that stuff, man, because it's great.
You have to mix it up. You really do. And, today's wrestling is like what we grew up. ECW. Come on, Everett.
ECW. Now,
let me ask you, who are your top stars in ECW? I'm reversing the role here for a minute.
Okay, you're asking me now. Okay, my top 3 favorite ECW wrestlers.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
All right, my top 3 favorite ECW wrestlers, I'd have to say, would be Raven, Lance Storm, Taz.
Wow.
Those are my 3 top 3 right there. Now, if you go to tag team, you ask me my favorite ECW tag team, the Dudley Boys.
Wow, man, I'm gonna have to go with my picks would be Christopher Candido, Balls Mahoney, and the Sandman. But I'm throwing another one out there, Sabu.
Sabu, yeah, Sabu.
Got it. Tag teams.
Yeah.
Of course, the Dudley Boys. Public Enemy.
Oh yeah, Public Enemy, man. I forgot about them. Now, yeah. Here's your favorite ECW heavyweight champion. Who'd you like? Who was your favorite when they had the belt?
Shane. I was impressed with Shane.
Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas.
Yeah, Shane Douglas. I would have to go with Taz. The Taz mission. He was great. Now here's one of my other favorites from ECW. Tommy Dreamer. Remember the angle he was doing with, I believe it was Sandman, with Beulah, and that was crazy. And
you know who I got to meet? You know who I met? I got to meet actually at Chris Candido. I think I told you the story when I was at Christopher Candido's funeral home.
No, you didn't tell me about this. Tell me about this. I want to hear this.
But I was at Chris Candido's funeral home. I actually was in the hallway and I was talking with Joey Styles. I never got the chance to say hello to him, or it was awesome. I got to meet Joey Styles and Joe Gertner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? You got to meet Joey Styles.
Yeah. And then I actually met him at I think I got a picture floating around somewhere of me and him at a convention way back in Wrestle Reunion kind of a thing way back.
Nice. How was Joey Styles when you met him?
Well, he said, "Oh my God, Oh,
No.
of course.
What, when you seen him? When
No.
when
Not
you
a-
seen him, or was that you when you seen him?
Yeah, that was me when I said in my own mind, saying because you couldn't say that at a funeral.
Oh,
God!
yeah. Well, yeah. What if you were there for a service? This is mean, and
I know,
they
no.
said, "Does anyone have anything to say?" And I was like, "Oh my God, he's at the casket."
He's in the casket and he's moving. Watch out! The casket's opening. Watch out, my God! Those Styles taking it in. Oh, can you imagine that commentary? Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the funeral home, and there's a ceremony, there's a service going on right now. And can you imagine that commentating? Like, can you imagine that? What would you be like? Like, oh my God! Like, there's a.
That would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. You're sitting there, and then you got Joey Styles doing commentary for a funeral thing.
Yeah.
It's like the pallbearers. They're coming up through there. They're carrying the casket. The guy in the back. Oh my God! He dropped the back. Oh my God! He hit his foot. Oh no!
He's pulling the gurney.
That would be something right there.
Yeah, and then if you had the Quebecer PCO, how he does his promos with his coffins.
Oh my goodness!
Killing on Ring of Honor. There's another guy who's we know really doing good things, man. PCO.
PCO. I've heard he's done quite a bit now. Now talking about Ring of Honor. Do you think Ring of Honor has lost viewers and fans ever since the Young Bucks and Cody have left Ring of Honor, and that group has left and went to AEW? Do you think Ring of Honor has really lost its momentum and stuff with these guys leaving?
No, I know, because think about like.
No, do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Yes or no?
You're right, because think about like who really was like their backbone. Who was the best? Who was there that they had from the beginning? That
drawed people that put butts in the seats, like Tony Schiavone would say.
Yeah,
put butt in the seats. They like with Cody, Young Bucks, Christopher, Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Adam Page. All these guys leaving to do AEW, and now who you have there right now, do you think they still draw with the talent they have? Because I'm going to tell you, yes, they still draw. People still show up because they still have a fantastic, talented roster. I believe that. I believe they still have a fantastic roster of talent and new talent coming in, and they still draw. They may have dipped a little.
Because Carl Skins, the owner, really knows what's behind, wrestling.
Yeah.
Knows how it, and he's like been in the business. He's the one that owns the company, you know?
Right.
So, to see new talent come in now, and if they want to go take their flight across the world and sign some contracts, go ahead. They don't do what they want, They're free agents. Wrestlers are free agents, If they want the full extent, like we see and hear, and rumors this, rumors that, you're really your own. They're their own talent. They can do whatever they want,
Yeah, they do.
What do you think? I just saw this. I was like, I'm sure you just saw this on an article. I was just reading on WWE. Like they just got rid of Ty Dillinger.
Mm-hmm.
Got a contract with AEW. Like
Ty Dillinger. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Good for him. I think that's a company that's going to be losing money big time. I think so. Well, real not.
What? Now, I've just pulled this up here. This has got my attention. Okay.
What?
I just pulled this up here. The Ring of Honor roster so far. Now, let me try this here because I want to screenshot this for everybody here. If I can do this here, screen capture. Boom. All right, right there is the current Ring of Honor. Okay, current roster here. You have Shane Taylor, Marty Scurll, Matt Taven, Brody King, Rush, Carl. I can't say his last name though, but you go down here.
I'll tell you what, Brody King is one of those guys that could be like he's dominating the scene nowhere. He's also goes to a lot of independent promotions as well.
Right.
You know.
Now Alex Shelley, Angelina Love. I didn't even know she was in. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I did. Okay.
Yeah, she's like her and whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's
Yeah, Bubba Ray, Bully Ray, as you would call him. Chris Sabin, Colt Cabana, he's there.
Chris
Dalton Castle,
wow.
David Finley, Delirious, he's there. I'm trying to look for his name. Okay, yeah, Jay Briscoe, Jay Lethal, Jeff Cobb, another great talent, Jeff Cobb.
Yes, Jeff Cobb.
Yeah. Jonathan Grisham, I like him, man. He is fantastic.
Man, the Octopus, man, God, that guy is. I've seen him wrestle so many times. What a guy! What a wrestler! Technical to the mat. Like he's a full out professional, really. Like he knows what he's.
Vinny Marcella.
Vinny Marcella.
Yeah.
I see him floating around on Facebook.
Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky.
Yeah. Tiki O'Ryan, Tracy Williams, Travis Gordon, Flip Gordon. Shane, I said Shane Taylor, Silas Young, Stella Gray, Sumi Sakasi, or I can't say that name. My Japanese sucks.
Yes.
Ryan Nova, Rush, Rocky Romero.
He's still around, man. That guy's been. Think like how long ago he's been in business.
Paul Lloyd Jr. Okay, Matt Winchester, Matt Taven. Mark Briscoe, Mandy Leone, Marty Scurll, Kelly Klein, Kenny King.
Did I mention?
They still got a good roster, man. Even with.
Check this out. I'm gonna blast something on you that I think I didn't tell you about GCW. Also at Game Changer Wrestling that night on Saturday night, special appearance by Kenta. The one and only from Ring of Honor days.
Oh, yeah, Kenta. He left, man. I remember when he left. I think he asked or he got his release from NXT, from WWE, because he was in NXT, then he went up to 205 Live. He did a little short stint, and then he left. Yeah. Or they released him, or he asked for his release. He left.
You know what I love? I've been to a couple of Hammerstein ballroom events, and I've seen him wrestle. Like, just the way that he was in the ring, man. Like, and chanting his name, you'd have to be like, Kenta!
I've seen him live. Yeah. I've seen him wrestle live back when he was in NXT, when he came to Daytona Beach right here. It was fantastic seeing him live and stuff, because you see him on TV and seeing him live, it's a totally different atmosphere. Seeing wrestling on TV is one thing, but when you're there in a live audience, it is totally different. A few years ago, back in 2015, when me and my wife went up to New York, when I went up to New York for the first time, I went up to SummerSlam. I watched that right there. Being in the crowd and everything, just the energy of a live audience is so different than watching it on TV, because they pipe and they mess with the audio on television.
Because you want to try to get yourself into the moment and push yourself to better seating. You always wanted to, right, Everett? Like, we know how it is. You wanted to get right into the action. Like, if you had nosebleed seats, so what? Try to get closer. Yeah, you know?
Exactly.
That's why, like, nowadays, if you see, me, I go to a lot of wrestling on front row.
You do. You attend a lot of, one thing I noticed about you is that you attend a lot of local wrestling right there in New Jersey. Now, one thing is, with all the promotions that you go to and stuff, what has been the most craziest show from a promotion that you've been to? I want to know that. The craziest event where basically the crowd is into everything that's going on in the ring, and there's stuff happening that the crowd is
Oh, it's
hanging
going on.
on to every little thing that's going on. Tell me about that.
Like a riot or something. Like that's happened, and I've told you about that a couple weeks back, 3 or 4 weeks ago, or a month ago, when the local promotion did a run-in, and we had I was in shock. You know, it was actually at Best of the Best, or before that. Like, I was like blown up. Like, what the hell is this promotion doing here?
But
Chairs swinging, this and that. You know, you don't know. I've been ducked. I've known to duck.
you've been up there where they start swinging chairs and kento sticks, and you're basically just getting the hell out of the way, right?
Yeah. But I've had crazy moments. You know, I've been used as a weapon.
You've been used as a weapon? What? What? You've been used as a weapon?
Go on my
Tell me about that. Tell me about. You never told me about that. You never told me about this.
Okay, if you go on my video file, pull it up for everybody to watch.
You're not going to tell me? You're going to tell me you'll look at a video file. You're going to tell me to look at a video file? Tell me about this. I'm asking you a question. I'm interviewing you. I'm asking you a question, David. Tell me about that. Okay, let me rephrase the question. Tell me about that time where you were used as a weapon at a show.
Okay, my friend was using one of this too.
Tell me about that. I got to know about that. Tell me.
All right. Back in Game Changer Wrestling, GCW did a show for one of the wrestlers, Jimmy Lloyd. It was his birthday, and it was my birthday. I think that day too. I think.
Okay.
So I think I was outside having a cigarette. Walked back in. Wrestler picks me up, and I got used as a weapon.
He threw you on someone?
And then Sandman shows up. Also, surprise! I'll get chugged by the beer. Doused by beer.
Let me get this straight. All right,
Hold
let me
on.
get this straight. Okay, you were outside having a cigarette.
Yeah.
One of the guys comes up, picks you up, takes you inside, and throws you at another wrestler.
Human launching dart. Yep. Hold on, if you want to show something.
What the hell did you do? What was your reaction?
Just like, wow, okay.
Did it happen? Did it happen that quick where you could not react?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm. Can I send something to you?
Oh my god. Damn, man. That's crazy. You didn't get hurt. You didn't get hurt. You didn't get hurt.
No. Look,
nothing.
watch.
Nothing.
There you go. If you got it, let me know if you got that.
All right. You just send it to me. Okay. Okay. Let me close that out. All right. I may pull this up here. I don't know how I can pull. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
I catch that perfectly. Look, we gotta listen to music. Music's great.
I don't know how I can get this up. It won't let me blow it. It won't let me blow it up.
You want to transfer to YouTube really fast?
No.
Oh.
Here, let me do this.
I'd be able to pull it up with some way. If I have to make a quick YouTube, I could make it one really fast.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull this up here. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Okay, now I got it. I got it to. Okay. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I gotta go full screen with this one, man.
All right.
Oh god, I gotta show people this.
The music's great. Gotta play the music right there.
Oh damn, that is some crazy shit right there.
And that video is compliments of Deathmatch wrestling.
They use you as a freak. Okay, here I am. Okay, David getting tossed.
Boom! Right in the face. Black.
Oh, let's play that again. Oh my God, you're like, what?
Yeah, what happened? Isn't that awesome? That's like, oh, yeah.
You're like, what? He just picks you up. You're like going along with the ride.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting. I like the reaction of the people behind me. Like they're just.
Who does that to people, man? Who freaking does that to
Jeff Cannonball
people?
right there. Look at the background. Look at the light tube. That
The light tube.
That?
Where?
Look, pay attention to the backdrop.
The backdrop. Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't see nothing. I don't see no backdrop.
You don't see a flash on the black? Watch really closely. Where I am getting launched?
Yeah. Okay, where you're getting Oh, okay, I seen it. Yeah, let me pull this up for everyone to see this, man. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, here we go again. Okay, if you look, the guy right in the back, okay?
Yeah.
The bald guy right in the back.
There's somebody.
People who watch this back and viewers, watch this guy.
Schlack was throwing a light tube. Yeah.
Ooh, almost he got hit in the head. Oh, damn. Boom. And the guy next to him, he's like, whoa, oh my God.
Happened.
Oh my
You know,
God.
that shirt, that's an old school Ring of Honor Jack Evans tee. I love it. I still have it.
That is crazy, man.
But compliment to Deathmatch Russell for providing the video too. How I can do the editing, I don't know, but was able to grab it.
That is nuts. That is nuts.
I put the music. You pick me up. Hey.
That is crazy. That is some crazy stuff,
Stuff
man.
happens, man. Stuff happens. Like I haven't been hit with glass or anything, but
Yeah.
Yep.
David going for a ride, man. Being used as a battering ram.
Whee!
Jeez, man. That is some crazy stuff.
That's fun. Could you imagine if you got picked up ever? You'd be like, "Whoops, what the hell's going on here?"
Yeah, I would be crazy. Well, MLW. MLW is down here in Florida. Okay, it's in Orlando. Remember my nephew Cody? Him and his friend Brent went to an MLW show. Yeah, Cody.
I can't say that guy. Ugh. All right, whatever. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
That's my nephew, man. That's my family.
But yeah, we don't go there. Fans, you don't want to know. But go ahead, carry on. MMA.
Yeah, he ended up. Okay, him and his friend went to an MLW event that was in Orlando. Yeah. I may still have the video on here. I may have to pull it up here. I haven't actually talked to him a long time on Messenger here. But he ended up, they went to an MLW event, and his friend Brent got to participate in using a stapler to someone's head.
Oh, I've always handed dollar bills to the crowd, to the wrestlers.
Damn. I have not talked to him in a long time on here. I gotta scroll all the way down. You don't know how many people I talk to on Messenger. It just keeps going and going and going. Damn, where the hell is he? Don't tell me he unfriended me. I unfriend you.
Oh no!
Oh damn. Well, there's okay. I just got a message here, but I mean, I want to ask you why I tried to look this up. I probably can't find it, but I want to ask you now. What did people say to you about that after the show?
They're like, "Holy shit, Russell! Like, David, you're just getting tossed around." I was like, "Yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. I wasn't expecting it, you know." Like I really wasn't. Like I said, I walked out for a cigarette and came back, and Jeff picked me up. Cannonball picked me up and launched me into Schlack. You know, to the top. Schlack's on top, son of a bitch. You know, one of the guys' craziest deathmatch But I'm like, he's awesome. He's one of those guys that you would be like, holy shit, this guy's a beast. But he's also a tattoo artist, man. He does tattoos. And,
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Did he even talk to you after the show? After what he did to you? Did he even say what did he say to you?
No, I don't think because we're all drunk and having a good time. So probably no.
Probably
No.
not.
I probably have him say it a Deathmatch Rules podcast or something. Probably like a promo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be funny if it'd be great if you got him on your show, and you mentioned you're like, hey man, you remember that time you used me as a battering ram?
Oh yeah, I remember that kid. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh. I got allergies. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. I've been trying not to make sure that no one can hear that, but I'm sorry if I did, man. Allergies, it's just this weather, man. The pollen down here in Florida is just driving my nose crazy. It is. It is.
Wow. What else we got?
Well,
15-minute break?
15-minute break. No, we're not going 2 hours tonight, man. We're not doing 2 hours. I've had one hell of a week. I've been having to put up with a lot of stuff, man. And one thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around is one thing I'm trying to wrap my head around is how can one person basically expect a lot out of another person, and when they're alone, then they get bullied. I don't get that. I've been trying to wrap my head around that, especially like today, that I know. Someone I know, they've basically got the tail end of someone's power trip. And it's just people could do some crazy stuff. And,
yeah, I know.
And I've been trying to wrap my head around it because someone I know got the tail end of a power trip and basically just really, really just, they had a bad day. And all I got to say is I hope tomorrow is even better for them. But besides that, I'm not going to name names or anything. But it has nothing to do with me, but with this person, what I was told. And I just hope they have a better day tomorrow because today was just not a good day for them. But besides that,
I know you said you had some KZW all the way or something.
KZW, I want to ask you.
I know that.
You talked to JJ McGuire.
Hey, did you see something we got to see, but people did not get to see it? What's
that?
What we got to hear.
What we got to hear?
But we're not going to reveal it to anybody. This is
we can mention it. Apparently, the true master of wrestling ring music, Hurricane JJ McGuire,
shout out to
shout out to JJ, has recorded a new song, a theme song for Cody.
I know.
Cody Rhodes. A lot of people's heard it. A lot of people has heard it. You heard it. I've heard it. And what do you think? Tell me without spoiling what the song is. His new theme for Cody. Tell me. What do you think about it? What's your thoughts on it?
It's going to blow people's mind. I think it would be something.
It will, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
What else can you tell me about it?
Just exciting that it's gonna, it's Cody Rhodes, and it's gonna. We'll see what happens. It's just gonna be something special. If it can be launched and we have something for people to be like, wow, this is a new music of a genre that was played for professional wrestling. It was meant for professional wrestling.
Right. The theme is just something different. Okay. The theme is something different. It's not your regular. You hear like music that goes on with people. You don't. It's something you don't really hear. It's something different because you know how you usually hear a lot of people coming out with a rock theme. You rarely hear anything with a rap theme, R&B theme, but this theme is just it sets it apart from all the
I
rest.
was gonna say, I was actually talking with JJ about like who like think about it. Two guys that have rock bands, for AEW. Think about it. Who?
No one.
Yes.
Or no, they do.
Yes. Frankie Kazarian and
Chris Jericho. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
I told him that. I was like, he was blown away. Like, yeah, that's right. There's two guys who do create music. I would love to see them both. That
would be something right there. But this theme, it's something different. It's something different.
Check it out soon. Coming soon, fans. Check it. It's pretty soon. Sometime.
Coming. We don't know. Just word's going to get around because a lot of people like Court Ballor and Conrad Thompson has heard it.
Yeah.
They have.
But KZW, back to KZW. Man, there's so much going on with that wrestling company, Everett.
There is.
That's a company we're a part of, and we're proud to be a part of them.
Well, we're not a part. We're not part of KZW. We're not part of the talent. No, we basically are. We support. We sponsor. They sponsor Podcasting Network, and we sponsor them. We support them. They support us. That's what KZW does. Yeah.
JJ Colby, he says, "Thank you guys so much for doing that." I mean, if it wasn't for us, podcasters to branch out to a little small promotion that never, was big on getting people, and now they're branching it out. And why are you going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right about that.
We're actually helping them by providing the podcast for them, their talent to be the first. It's first timers. It's hard to come on a podcast and be an interviewer. Getting an interview. Me and you talked about that before. It's like it's hard for some of the talent that's new to the scene, never had their voice heard.
Right. You're right about that. You're right about that because a lot of them has not done podcasts, not really done any interviews, and getting the exposure from shows like me and you and Robin Nilsson of Wrestle Popcast. He just sent me his latest episode with the latest talent from KZW, which I will have up. Let me see. Who was it that he did here? Michelle Myers.
Oh.
Yeah, he had Michelle Myers on tonight. And that will be dropping on Podcasting Network tomorrow. So
I think
fans can check it out on Podcasting Network.
Yeah, I just released an episode tonight, too, from Battle on the Border. Oops.
Well, who'd you have on tonight? You were doing a show before you came on here.
I know. I had a guest that you've had on before, and Robin Nelson has had on from Wrestle Popcast.
Yeah. Tell me, who'd you have on tonight?
Hannah Harkoff.
Hannah Harkoff. I had her on back in January on episode 107 of the Everett Lee Show. I had her on. Great interview. Great person to talk to.
Yeah, wait till you listen to this one. This is a good one. We're talking about her. She's going to be making her debut at the this week, June 7th, at the Battle on the Border Ladies Night, and she's going to be in a scramble, 10 women scramble rumble. Nice.
I think that's gonna be awesome. It definitely is going to be awesome.
I know. Yeah.
One thing. Talking about June, at the end of June, I will be attending here in Daytona Beach the CEO Gaming AEW event.
Hey, I was going to say, Everett, what are you attending pretty soon?
That's what I'm attending. But also, I do want to mention this too. March 1st, or not March 1st. Anything happens live on live, man.
That's it. You're fired.
When you're live on the internet, anything happens. Damn it. Chris is gonna kill me if
Take two.
What I'm gonna be at June 1st at City Limits Tap Room in DeLand, Florida. I'm going to try to pull this up here because...
at the famous draft day, isn't it correct?
Yes, there is draft days coming back, but...
I'll be playing beer pong by the time... I should call it like midnight. I'm going to be shit-faced at a bar.
But here's the thing. Let me pull this up right here. I want people to see this because right here... Okay. Right here.
One of these days I'm going to make my way to one of them.
Right there. Draft day returns City Limits with special guests. Final score. You got Chris Wilson and Craig will be at City Limits live. And it will be streaming live on Twitch at City Limits on June 1st. City Limits Tap Room is one of the sponsors of Podcast City Network. And if you're in the area, be sure to stop by 2620 North Woodland Boulevard in DeLand, Florida on June 1st at City Limits Tap Room. 8 p.m. Free entry with prize giveaways. And this is all sponsored and brought to you by City Limits Tap Room in DeLand, Florida. And Final Score on twitch.tv/Podcast City Network.
Fans, that's a place to be if you're in the area. You know, come on, go. Maybe Everett will even be by. You don't even know, right?
Well, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for I may be behind the camera. I don't know. It's the sports podcast or Podcast City Network's Final Score is gonna be there.
Maybe you have to tell about. Maybe we'll have to plan something where that special shout out will be come out.
Who knows? Chris put this together. And
I know.
I'm gonna be there.
Do you remember you had a function there too? KZW's one and only JJ McGuire made his debut.
Well, yeah, he showed up for the 1 year anniversary.
And a special plaque was given to you by a person in attendance that couldn't make it that night because of chaos in the airlines. You know?
Yeah, you couldn't make it. I know, but thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have everything that you gave and sent. JJ took home with him, and I took some stuff home. I took some stuff home. No, it's still here. It's still here.
Still there.
Now, one thing I do got to mention is that tomorrow night, the Everett Lee Show is doing another episode tomorrow night right here on Podcast Network.
Yeah, you're on
Twitch.tv/Podcast Network. The announcement I want to make is that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, Kentucky Zone Wrestling's Cousin Frank will be on the podcast. I will talk to him and discuss KZW and much, much more right here on Podcast City Network. So be sure to check that out.
That's going to be a great interview. You're going to have fun with that one.
Yeah.
I haven't had him. I'm going to have to get him as guest.
Yeah, you're going to have to. This is the first time I'm interviewing him. So, Well, it looks like it's getting around that time, man.
It is, man. It's like 10 o'clock almost.
I know, almost 10 o'clock, almost 10.
What did you think of, did you watch the pay-per-view this week? I didn't watch it.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I'm going to have to rewatch it. Maybe I'll use it. I didn't. It was nothing.
Let me just say this. Okay.
Little spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, yeah. Okay. I understand what WWE is trying to do. Okay. The creative is trying to do stuff, but they're held down, if that's the word to use. But however, I know they're trying to get the shock value in, but they went with this right here for the shock value, which I was not impressed with. I enjoyed the pay-per-view. I enjoyed the AJ Styles Seth Rollins match. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
However, when it came to the I will say this, the women ladder match opened up.
I tore it up. They tore it up.
They tore it up, and who I picked, I was surprised that they didn't win. I was surprised who won. I was surprised that night they cashed in on whoever whoever was champion for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Then the pay-per-view went along pretty good. I mean, it flowed pretty good with the matches stuff. However, when it got to the last men's ladder match, then that's when, and who won that? Everything went out the window for me. I said,
yeah, because we know we're tired of it. Because I know we know with Brock freaking Lesnar.
I know Damian Saint put a thing up. It's like everyone's complaining that he won. It's, well, in two ways I can understand this. One, the creative decision to it because it was shock value. And another thing, I understand that part. Then I understand the other part where I'm upset that as a fan, it's like all these guys busted their ass. And then he comes right in and runs up there, Mr. Money in the Bank. Come on, man.
Hey, what do you think of that new? They showed something on Raw this past week, a new revealing of a new belt, 24/7 in effect. What do you think of that belt?
God dang!
What do you think of
I
that?
enjoyed the old hardcore, the Crash Holly. Hardcore Holly, when they were running around with the hardcore belt, the 24/7, that was fun. That was funny. I like it when the Headbangers went after Crash Holly at Fun Zone. That was great. Great moments like that. In WrestleMania 18, when the belt changed 3 or 4 or 5 times, and Maven jumped in the car.
I watched it. I watched the promo. I watched the Raw there, and I was watching that. Then that. Okay, I know that.
Jeez, did you hear the response?
Who got out on SmackDown? Who won it? Did anybody win it on SmackDown?
No one won it. But did you hear the damn response from the crowd? You should have heard the response from the crowd Monday night when Mick Foley introduced the 24/7 belt. The crowd was like, ugh.
I saw. Yeah. You gotta have something in there. Just come on.
They're trying. Here's my thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna end it on this. My thoughts on this: that the fact that people are waiting. They're waiting for this week for AEW. They want to see what AEW is going to do. A lot of people, millions of people around the world are going to be watching AEW. They're going to see what's going to happen and what these guys are going to do, because a lot of eyes are on the product right now. A lot of people's following them on Twitter and social media, and I want to see what these guys are going to do. And once this weekend, this Friday on the 25th or Saturday, Double or Nothing. Everyone's going to be watching that. They're going to find out what this product's about. People's going to love it. People's going to hate it. It's going to be one or the other. And one thing, a lot of WWE people, they're like, oh, God, it's like, please be good. I feel that the WWE audience will probably not be disappointed with what AEW is going to produce. But I can't say anything right now. I'm going to watch it like everybody else, and then I will draw my own conclusion and my own opinion about this product.
We'll should do another podcast. Maybe we'll have to break a review of it. I'd like to do that.
Right.
Down the line. We'll have to do that after.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
But
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming on tonight.
I just want to say the dice are going to be rolling this next week. Since they're in Vegas, the dice are going to be rolling. The cards are going to be hot. It's going to be it's all elite. It's something new, and we're going to see what happens. There's something coming.
Yeah, definitely. Now,
go ahead.
I want to thank you for coming on tonight. I want to thank you for coming on and. Just as always, just having this one-on-one, just talking about wrestling, just talking about some good stuff, man. Some good stuff. Now, where can a lot of people find Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast at on social media?
They can find me on Facebook at Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast on Facebook, and on Twitter at DJ Dave. David NJ32.
Nice.
AOL.com. Yeah, AOL.com, I think. I can't even. Yeah, 32. NJ32, something. It's something like that. You don't have.
David NJ32 on Twitter. At David NJ32 on Twitter.
On my website, deathwrestlepodcast.com.
Yes.
And podcastcitynetwork.com and on Facebook.
Yeah. On the Podcast City Network, on the, on the website there, podcastcity.net.
.net.twitchtv.net. How's that? No.
No.
We're Twitch right now. We're twitching it. I don't know. I'm a shot.
Anything happens when it goes live, but I will mention this right here.
What?
Okay.
What?
Podcast City Network. You can follow more Podcast City Network over on podcastcity.net.
Okay.
And
I'll
then
give you that.
over on Facebook, Podcast City Network. Give us a like and follow. And send us a tweet over on Podcast City Network on Twitter
Or
at
a thumbs
Podcast
up.
City Net. Give us a subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Podcast City Network on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel there for podcast, video podcast, and audio podcast. And right here on twitch.tv/Podcast City Network. Be sure to follow and like right here on Twitch. And you can follow more of the Everett Lee Show on Facebook, The Everett Lee Show. Give a like and a follow. And on Twitter at The Everett Lore Score Lee. And that, my friend, is the end of the show. Thank you, David, for coming on, as always, on the Everett Lee Show. Thank you. And I want to thank everyone for listening and viewing right here on the network and on the Everett Lee Show. Have a good night. We'll see you again next week for another episode of the Everett Lee Show. Peace.